You're more than welcome. Like, I'm not opposed to you. If I didn't,
My fellow brown.
I'm. You're right. We got the white one. We got the white margin right here in between.
Yeah, dude.
We kind of look like a messed up Oreo right now.
I'm the token white guy of this group today. Glad to be here.
The honorary brown.
the honorary brown guy. Still not invited to the cookout. It's a problem I'm working
Proud black guy.
Proud black guy. Dude,
White chocolate.
I was talking to like some people the other day. I was talking to these people the other day, and these girls were like, "Oh man," but they were like, "We finally had sex with a white guy." And we were like, "You know what? This isn't that bad." And I looked at the other white guy, and I was like, "Yeah." And it's like one of those times that you want to be like, "Fucking, what do I say?" You can't be like, "White power, man."
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like, no,
right.
fuck. You're just like, "Gee Willikers, Batman, yeah." Oh.
Gee Willikers,
Yeah.
Batman is crazy.
Welcome to the Keeping It Wood podcast, brought to you by Float OKC, located at 180 West 15th Street in Edmond. It's ironic that it's 180 because you can 180 your life and your mindset at Float OKC. Check them out, floatokc.com. Go get your float on. And we'll all float on, or whatever that song was.
That's, yeah.
Was that what I
Yeah,
did?
that's what he did.
Yeah, dude. So Float OKC, go tell Tanya. JJ said, "What up?"
What's good?
Yeah. JJWoodComedy.com. I've got a bunch of shows coming up. Go check those out. And today, we've got Dwayne is back for the second time.
Hello, guys. Hello.
And
Hello.
we got Berto and Mercedes over here, all representing Sad Dude Clothing, the Sad Dudes and Dudette.
Dude.
Welcome, y'all.
Yeah.
Dude's
Dude.
inclusive, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
it's
a
like-
dude. I'm just a bro.
It's like the song by Kel Mitchell. You know, I'm a dude. He's a dude. She's a dude.
We're all dudes. Yeah.
That song was like way before its time.
Yeah. I mean, I wrote that song, so
No, did you really?
I did.
Hmm. So who's the clairvoyant? Is it Kel or you?
That is a secret. Unfortunately, it's part of the secret sauce that I cannot disclose.
The secret sauce. Okay. Have you guys seen Good Burger 2? Did you guys watch it? Was it good?
That was a comfort. Oh wait, the new one?
The
Oh,
new
no,
one.
no, no, no,
You haven't
no.
seen the new one.
I haven't
Okay.
seen the new one. No.
No. I
Okay.
forgot there was a new one. Actually, now that you think about it.
Yeah. I might have to go.
I
see
don't-
it.
I don't
even
know
seen
if I
it.
can watch
I don't
it.
even know what that is.
Good
Right.
Burger? You what? You never
I
seen Good
don't
Burger?
know. I have
You
not.
never watched Good Burger.
You don't
I've
like
never
orange
seen
soda?
Burger. Is that like a Mexican thing? I love Fanta.
That's crazy. That.
Yeah, we can talk about this offline. I feel like I should be embarrassed right now.
Yeah. We'll talk after. We'll talk
Okay,
after
yeah,
the
we'll
pod.
talk after this.
Who the fuck are you? You just keep bringing these people over here, man.
It's my first time bringing them.
You bring these people over.
It was 50-50. One knew, the other one didn't.
It's
So,
okay. I mean, as I was like telling you guys, like right before this, like there was a girl that I know that was like, "Oh, I didn't know there's snow underneath all these mountains." Like,
Don't group me with her. Don't group me with her.
I'm not grouping you with her,
No,
but
because I kind
like,
of feel like you're grouping me with her.
Can you
look,
imagine
I'm the
thinking
lowest of
process
key.
of
There's
that?
no some shade, but I'm here for it.
You know what I feel like I'm on right now? I feel like I'm on Joe Dirt when he was doing that radio special.
oh fuck yeah!
Yeah, this is my Joe Dirt moment for sure.
Oh
For
nice.
sure she is.
Not the
I'm
catch
glad
up.
I could do
Not
that
the
for
catch
you.
up
Yeah,
return.
thank you.
Yes.
This he has a pile of shit.
So what's been going on, guys? We got the Sad Dude clothing line has been launched. It's going. You representing on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's
Yeah.
what's up.
So-
How's it been going?
It's been going well. We like to introduce Mercedes. We added Mercedes to the group probably almost about a month and a half ago, 2 months.
It's been that long?
We've been just
Yeah.
keeping it secret
Wow.
for a while.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
Time flies.
time does fly. Man, we're getting old type shit. so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The days are long, the weeks are short.
Type shit. But
Type shit.
we brought Mercedes in, and we're trying to go a whole new direction. She brings a lot of perspective to us that we didn't have before.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to say just adding her brings a lot to our table and what we're trying to do for the city in the streetwear in the aspect. You guys want to chime in on that?
Yeah.
You want to talk? You want to talk about?
Sure,
your-
yeah.
You have the
so
floor.
How do you
I,
feel about it?
Yeah, so I come from a business background. I have a full-time corporate job, and I've also done a lot of work with nonprofits here in the city within the arts district. And for me, this was kind of a passion project, really, because I'm an artist on the side. I'm a painter. I've been a visual artist since I was a little girl. I actually get that from my dad, and so this actually came honestly by coincidence, which is kind of how I knew that it was the missing puzzle of what was, just I'm in a really good portion of my life to essentially build on this and be really serious on the direction of where we kind of want to take this. So Dwayne was actually at Tiki. I bartend part time at Tiki in Bricktown, and he kind of was talking a little bit about the brand, and we kind of started bouncing ideas off each other. And I was like, wait a second, like I think even just the name kind of captured me, even just whenever he said it, oh, sad dude clothing, especially when you guys followed me on Instagram, because I'm like a sad dude. You ask my friends, like I've struggled with, honestly, I struggled with depression growing up my whole life. And I got out of that and I was like, oh, I felt like I saw the light at the end of the tunnel. So even just as the brand itself, that we can build so much off of it that not only resonates with people, but brings really like fashion forward and makes a really big statement, because clothing is just another way to express yourself as an artist.
Agreed.
And it's just another
Right.
piece of art, really. You're essentially a hanger to an art piece that's hanging on your body is essentially how I see it. So
Yeah. And honestly, having a female like perspective in this has been really great because we honestly didn't have that. Like before, we would kind of just
bouncing off each
just
other.
bouncing off each other.
And like you
Like-
can only do that for so long
Mhm.
to where like it just gets to a stalemate for the both of us, because it's like, yeah, our ideas is cool for us, but in aspects with like, I think we're more female driven in our like clothing line.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
our
feel like
audience is.
I feel like our audience is more
Mhm.
women driven, so
Right.
like adding her to the team is definitely a plus for that. Damn, I
If you're gonna sell women's booty shorts, you need a female perspective, guys. Let's go.
honestly, having a second artist brought in is gonna take a lot of weight off me alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that because I ain't gonna lie, I've been having artist block for the last couple of times, and it's just kind of
Right.
it's like because there's so much going on.
Mm-hmm.
Because aside of this, I'm also trying to do some other things on the side as well, and like for my own digital art thing. If y'all need,
shameless plug.
shameless plug. If y'all need a logo or something, let me know. Audacious Creations is just me, and honestly, just building that upon this has been great. It's been great, and I love helping people bring their vision to life. Like I don't mind because there's a lot of people out here that are like really stingy, and we're trying to be like completely different from that. So I love this. Like just doing this and bringing her has been amazing.
It's good. You were talking about how you're having like artist block,
Mhm.
and and sometimes like I get that as well, just as a comedian.
Yeah.
So it's the things that I've done that like help that has been like taking walks.
Right.
Meditation is a big thing for me. That's a huge part of my life.
just clearing your
Just
clearing
clearing
your
your
mental.
stuff. But also there's this book. It's by Rick Rubin,
Right.
and it's called, I can't remember what it's called. But I'll send it to you because it is also like such he gives you a whole new perspective
Uh-huh.
on art, and that also like kind of translates into living your life as well. It's like a
Right.
very like Zen
Mhm.
approach to it, of just you just gotta let it flow to you. Like the more that you're like stressed out about like, oh, like I need to get this done, I need to get this done. It's once you just chill,
Mhm.
you're like, because I was talking about this yesterday on a podcast. Like they asked me what my writing process was, and I was like, man, it's just there's not really a process. Like as much as I want to go into like that whole mindset of like set a schedule, like this is like between this time and this time is when I'm gonna start writing and stuff. Like
Yeah.
it, because sometimes like it's good to do that at times, but
Mhm.
then I'll burn myself out.
You burn yourself out
Yeah.
because now you're in a routine of
Yeah, and that was
doing it
my
so
issue.
frequently.
I would do so much at once, and he would have to tell me like, "Bro, you're just overstimulating yourself," which is
Mhm.
true. It's a bad habit of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working on it. It's been better. It's been better, and honestly, my escape has just been gaming.
Yeah.
To be honest, gaming has been it for me.
Yeah, if you just like just finding something, just like kind of tune out,
Yeah.
and like zone in and like kill some zombies. Fuck
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
dude.
Of course.
Yeah, to build on that meditation though, I think it is really important. And also, I think I'm really big on alchemy. and essentially taking a lot of that artist block. I think for me, if you ask anyone within the last year, I've really transcended a lot as a person, and that has a lot to do with with meditation. Sometimes I feel like when I'm reconnecting with people, because Berto and I, to give you guys a background of us as a trio, we work together. We already have previous experience working together, and so to me, I already knew that we bounce off each other well, especially being in such a high volume bar where you get into some really frustrating moments. And you're able to essentially gloss over. Like, we've all butted heads.
Yeah, we definitely looked at each other like.
Yeah, we're like. I mean, like, Dwayne and I, we've gotten into it. Let me tell you, but we're able to gloss over that, and that's essentially just kind of part of the human connectionness. But I do think whenever you kind of meditate and essentially start putting your writer's block, maybe transform that energy into something else, use it really as fuel. I'm really big into anything bad that's happened to you. Meditate it, sit with it, and then use that as fuel, because I think any experience that you go through in life, you can essentially use that.
You can always use it. Like, that always should motivate you to be the best you at the end of the day. Like, you go through these trials and errors for a reason. Like, 100%. It's not nothing that just happens out of shock, like, or just happens for no reason. Like, just going through trial and error, and when you go through those bad times, and once you escape that should also fuel you to just want to be better. Because for one, like, you've already surpassed that bad time. Why go back?
Yeah, and that is the brand, Broken Still Living. I think that's one of my favorite sayings as a brand, even just with Sad Dude, because I think anyone can relate to that. There's a lot of sadness in the world, and people hide it in different ways, whether you hide it through comedy or whether you hide it through music or through visual art, what have you. I think we can all essentially resonate with kind of being a sad dude, and Broken Still Living. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm sad, but I've got shit to do.
I got shit to do.
I got to keep pushing on, man.
I got this money to make. I got this life to live.
It's wild, especially when you talk about all this, and I was talking to someone about why, like, aliens aren't just like a thing that we see on the news all the time.
Right.
Like, it's just shit that you see on, like, TikTok or X or Twitter, whatever. It's Twitter. I'm going to fucking call it Twitter, Elon.
Twitter.
I'm going to call it Twitter.
Sorry, Elon. It's not X. It's Twitter. Like,
I'm going to X that out, dude. It's Twitter.
It's Twitter to a T, my boy. Bring the bird back.
Bring the bird.
Honestly.
Anyway, it's like calling Ron Artest world peace. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's X, bro. Or it's Twitter. But I think the reason why, like, aliens aren't a thing, like normal day-to-day life, like everyone knows about it, is one, America's mental health thing is trash, bro.
I don't think us as a society could withstand that.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, knowing, I mean, because we see it in movies and we're like, oh, that's cool, but like going through our like actual reality of it, we'd be mind fucked.
Well, that's kind of a hot take, though, because who's to say that extraterrestrial is what they show in movies? I think it's been conceptualized as, aliens being formed as, like, these are aliens, they're a certain way. But what if, not to go down the conspiracy bubble, but, like, octopuses, octopi, they are aliens. I will tell you that right now. Octopus.
Look at that guy over there.
Yeah, there's an alien right there.
No, but like deep sea, and even more of a hot take. I think aliens are in the oceans, but that's the point.
No, that's the real thing.
Yeah. Back to the mental health aspect of it, though. Yes,
I
agree.
Because if aliens just like popped up and like they're just like hanging out with the president or whatever, they're like there would be a mass suicide.
Oh yeah,
100%. Yeah. There would be a mass suicide, and another thing is why the government doesn't want to tell us. Is because no one would pay their taxes anymore.
Yeah. Well,
big facts. If I found out aliens are real, I'm gonna be like, fuck your taxes, dog. Like,
are they paying taxes? That's what I want to know.
Are the aliens paying taxes? No, they don't have to pay taxes. Why should I have to pay taxes?
Yeah,
exactly.
Like how long they been here?
Yeah. How long aliens
like, y'all know how long they've been here. They ain't paying taxes.
What's up the IRS to report them?
How long have aliens been in our country and have not paid taxes, bro? Bullshit. So that's why they're like under the radar.
Been
you know
doing
what I
this
mean?
shit for too damn long. I hate it here.
So do you think okay, so this is another to play off the mental health. I actually just had this conversation with one of my good friends, Casey. People talk a lot about the Grand Awakening, right? As a society, we're going to have this Grand Awakening and so on. I think a lot of that has to do with how tapped in you are mentally. I think
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
what the Grand Awakening is. I think it's less so accepting conspiracy theories for what they are, maybe the world events that are happening today. I think a lot of that is so internalized that the more in tune you are with yourself,
That's when your third eye opens up
that's
for
when
real.
yeah.
Like you'll see
Mhm.
life in a different,
100%.
completely perspective,
Yeah.
rather than just being tuned into whatever you call this.
Yeah.
I feel, man, I don't know. I just feel like anytime that we get closer to like aliens, like someone fucks up and we got to take our attention off of it, like Diddy.
Yeah. Oh. Man.
You know what I mean? I felt
Yeah.
like maybe
Like the timing is just crazy.
I
Every
bet
time.
like 8 months ago, aliens were about to be like, "Yeah, what's up?" And
They
then
said-
Diddy had to come in and be
They
like,
said, hey,
I'll tell you what's up.
they said surprise party. We about to pop out. Diddy popped up.
"Yeah,
Never mind. We're gonna go back real quick. We
Yeah.
don't want nothing to do. We don't want nothing to do with that baby oil right now.
right."
Bro, that's crazy. That's a crazy part.
1,000 bottles of baby oil.
Can you imagine the process of walking in and just seeing that? Like just a stack of baby oil.
I wonder they had to have like the body cam footage of like them raiding shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
I'd
want
like
to see this.
that footage.
I'd like to see that footage for sure.
Do you
Like,
think we ever will see that footage? That's the question.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I
That-
wouldn't doubt it.
Here's the thing
I'd
though.
say 6 months.
I
Maybe 6
think
months.
people underestimate the number of the high profile people that are involved with the Diddy situation that will do everything in their power
Mhm.
to make sure that tapes are buried. I mean, you look at the whole Epstein thing, right? When the whole Epstein thing happened, we had the same conversations.
Yeah.
Who's on the list? Who's this? The raids. We never saw that information.
Oh yeah. No.
I think this is going to be another instance. I also don't think the world's ready to essentially see the downfall of Hollywood because it's in American culture and Western culture, I guess you should call it. Hollywood is so embedded and has such a hold on the fashion industry. I mean, you look
Music
at
industry, art,
yeah,
like
our
they
everything.
honestly, they rule the world more than what the president does.
100%.
No, absolutely.
They have more say
100%.
than whatever the fuck going on in America. They got that say.
Yeah.
for sure.
That's why I'm saying it's like, how's the Beehive gonna handle the fact that Beyonce killed Aaliyah?
Wait,
Oh.
that is a hot take.
Oh. Okay.
Wait.
I've talked about this before.
Okay. I can.
Let me dive in
I
on
was
this,
like,
bro.
okay.
Listen,
Okay.
Aaliyah was it, bro. Here's
For
the thing,
sure.
dude. Like, I respect Beyonce, like as an artist, as
Yeah.
a performer. I think she's great. She's very extremely talented. But like, dude, Aaliyah's music just made me want to fuck, bro. You know what I mean?
I
like-
feel
Yeah,
you.
he's like,
yeah.
I feel you.
Like once like Rock the Boat comes on, I'm like,
Here we go.
He said-
Here we go.
he said,
ooh.
He said, "What's this
Ooh.
sensational feeling?"
Yeah, there's this like weird sensation that I start feeling. I'm like walking my dog, and then Aaliyah pops up on my shuffle on Spotify, and I'm like,
He's out there rocking the boat in the street.
yeah, dude, like,
Ah.
yeah. And then, but like, I don't know, man. So here's what it is. Aaliyah was like the top of her game, right? She was in movies that were
Mhm.
crushing.
Mhm.
Her like albums were doing well. Like she's crushing shit. And then like Beyonce was trying to break away from Destiny's Child,
Right.
and they couldn't get her career popping off like hers.
Yeah.
You know, like what movie was she in? Austin Powers Goldmember. The worst fucking
I'm about to
one,
say,
dude.
that's the worst
That one
one.
was
Now that's a
buns.
hot fucking
Dude,
take.
that movie was ass.
Are
dude.
you
Dude,
serious?
buns.
We
Trash.
Okay.
The worst one. Like
Okay, the worst one.
the worst
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Like it was awful.
Okay.
But
I'd have to go back.
so what happened? Aaliyah had to go. And who's Beyonce married to? Jay-Z.
Oh yeah, he's going down next for sure.
He's going down next too. You
For
know,
sure.
and this is how I know all this. You know what I'm waiting for
What?
is the 50 Cent documentary that he's been making on Diddy for the
starters?
last
Yeah,
10
yeah, yeah,
years.
yeah.
He's the love of my life. He was my first crush I ever had as a little girl. First time I ever heard his album, it was actually on a cassette tape. Not because I'm that old, but because we were dirt poor. And so like we would get cassette
Sure,
tapes.
clarify,
Let me
clarify.
clarify. Because we would get cassette tapes from the pawn shop, and I remember seeing him
Hard.
on the cassette tape, and I was like, "What am I feeling right now?" Like, and yeah, he's the love of my life. I would also want to see that documentary. He's so goated. Like you can't fuck with 50 Cent.
No, he's the biggest
He's
troll.
such a troll. He's the
Um,
troll that I aspire to be.
I mean, because, like, for instance, him, Cat Williams,
And Kendrick Lamar, bro.
they all know this shit. They've seen it. They've been around these people for years. Like,
They taught
For-
me. Sorry, go ahead.
no, for them to sit there and troll all this shit and it's coming to life, it's like, shit gotta be somewhat true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or troll and not get hit with lawsuits tells you there's a
Yeah.
lot of truth behind what they're saying.
They taught me that it's okay to be petty.
It is okay.
Sometimes it's okay to be petty, you know.
More time.
But it all started with Cat Williams, right? And then Kendrick, who here's my thing about like with the whole Kendrick Lamar shit, what he's been doing this year. He's a very centered person, very calm, just like he just keeps to himself and shit.
Mhm.
So for him to come out and just fucking so cutthroat within the last like few songs that he's dropped, it's like, oh, like who hurt you? But there's so much to everything that he's doing. Bro, he dropped that last track on YouTube on 9/11, and then what happened? Like 2 days later,
When did? Oh.
Diddy got arrested. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Do you want to take it a step further though? Because
Let's go.
a lot of it. Okay, so now you guys are gonna roll your eyes when I say this, but
I
just
probably
hear me
am.
out.
I'm gonna
Just
hear
hear
you.
me out.
I'm gonna
You're
hear you.
definitely gonna roll your eyes.
I'm gonna hear you.
So many people predicted this astrology wise. And I'm not talking about astrology or daily horoscopes and this and that, but I think people discredit a lot of what astrology was to a lot of ancient civilizations and because they used to, use the stars to navigate and so on and stuff. But a lot of people predicted that
Yeah.
this would be the time
Yeah.
frame in which Diddy, or even going into a step further, the age of Aquarius, the shift in between. I don't remember what sign it's leaving. Like I'm not that far into it, but I think a lot of that stuff is interesting.
No, they said 24 was going to be the year.
Yeah.
Like everything coming
Things
out.
start
yeah.
to expose, and it happens gradually, right? It happens slowly, and then all at once it feels.
Okay.
So
you're like real big into astrology, right?
not super huge into
Okay.
astrology. I think like it is very embedded into Hispanic culture.
Yeah,
Like Berto and I were
yeah,
just talking
yeah.
about this. There's a Hispanic channel on Telemundo, I'm pretty sure,
You're
wasn't
right,
it?
Yep.
And it was it's a woman.
Is she still doing
She's still
it?
alive, I'm pretty
Is she?
sure. Yeah, because I go to my mom's house and she'll like be on the TV. And
She
she's
ain't
like
dead, she's
blonde.
chilling.
Yeah. No, she'll like
She's
read
still
it.
kicking?
She's still kicking, but
On
yeah,
what,
she
on
would.
what channel?
Telemundo.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. That's,
Yeah,
that's the best one.
Or was it Telemundo?
No, I think it was Telemundo.
Yeah, I'm about to say it had
Wait,
to be.
wait.
Univision. It was
Was it?
Univision, I'm pretty
Telemundo
sure.
was.
Hold on, it's been a
I
minute
got
since
it on
I
my
It's
watched
been a
it.
while.
Netflix
Shit,
TV.
that's on the
I feel
TV.
so-
I'm like, shit, what's good?
Every time they were
It's on
watching
a
it,
Hispanic
Mexican
network.
it's just that. But
Yeah. So not like huge on it, but I think when you start to kind of like look at predictions and stuff of people, I feel like have been telling us that this would happen,
Okay.
which also is like to take it even step further, even
Okay.
further.
We're like going down
Yeah,
this
where are
rabbit
we
hole. Let's
going?
go.
Talk about the within
I
of
was like-
within.
I mean, I think it's crazy that the media picked it up at the speed and at the rate at which they did, because everyone knows who controls our media.
Mhm.
So to me, I always question, I'm like, okay, why is this so planned? It feels very planned to me, I
yeah,
guess.
everything
is where
feels
I'm
scripted.
saying.
scripted.
Everything feels
low-key.
scripted. It's all anywhere you open your phone, it's on TikTok, it's on Twitter, it's on it's on Fox. I mean, like I feel everyone's reporting on all of this. I'm like, okay, so who planted this? Because I don't think that he's like the head honcho.
Right,
Mm-mm.
right.
He's not the head honcho. He's
No.
almost a fall guy in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, so to the astrology shit.
Yeah, sorry.
Hold on, so you guys know that we're getting a new moon for a few
For
months?
2 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep,
For
2
2
months.
months.
How is that going to affect the atrocities on the streets?
I would like to know the scientific factor, because the moon does have, even scientifically, let me
Mhm.
tell you, I'm big in science, and the moon does affect a lot about how our bodies
Mhm.
react. I was actually born on a full moon, so
Ooh.
yeah, fun fact.
Well, it's also because like there's like some science behind this, because the moon does like control the oceans and like
Yes.
the tides, and
100%.
we're like what, like 70%
70,
water?
70,
Yeah.
75.
So like, yeah, so whenever you like see people like acting out and stuff, you're like, oh, it's a full moon.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
statistically, ERs see the most
Mm-hmm.
more accidents, more admissions into hospitals during full moons.
Really?
You can fact check me on that one.
I
I didn't
Fact
believe it.
check.
I didn't even know that.
Ding,
Okay.
we can add a fact check.
Ding ding. Yeah.
Okay.
No, so that's real. So I'm wondering though, like I'm wondering how they say that it's not even gonna be like big enough to see.
Yeah, you
It's
have
like
to.
30 meters or something like
Yeah.
that, which
it's
is
not
like,
big enough to see.
man, that sucks. 'Cause I wanted to see like a cool like second moon for a little bit. I thought
Yeah.
that'd be kind of dope,
That'd be dope.
like very space or like Star Warsy.
Star
Oh,
Wars.
yeah.
Star Wars.
Oh,
If
don't
I
get
saw
me
a
this
second
one.
moon, if I saw a second moon
What,
in the
on
sky,
Star Wars?
On
you would see
like
me.
Tatooine.
Yeah, you would see me walking around with a lightsaber that you get at Walmart. Like that would just be on my belt at all time, dude.
Darth Vader's lightsaber is displayed right below my flat screen at home.
Oh, big Star Wars fan.
Huge Star Wars fan.
Love it.
Word.
Yeah,
Love
the Jedi are responsible for Anakin's downfall. Like we can
Okay.
just leave that on the table.
Alright.
We
Yeah.
can leave that on
Alright.
the. I'm a
Yeah,
Sith.
that's crazy.
I'm
We
a
just
Sith
we're gonna
through
leave
and
that right
through.
here
We're
on the
just gonna
table.
post
We're gonna
that.
just leave that right there on the table because
The Jedi is not always the good guy.
that almost
Okay. Wow.
pissed me the pissed me the fuck off. But we're gonna leave it right
We're
here.
gonna put her in here. We can pick that up later.
That's
That's a hot take.
that's the hottest take that we've discussed so far.
Yeah.
That's
Crazy.
crazy.
That's crazy.
So, all right, you witnessed, or we've all worked in the service industry. We all still
Yeah.
somewhat
Yeah.
work in the industry as well. What has been the craziest thing that you've seen lately?
Like recently?
Like recently? Okay, here, I'll start, dude. This was like a couple weeks ago. It was a Monday night.
I don't have anything of recently. I'm over at some bougie ass club, my boy. So we don't get
Oh, so
that.
the bougie people ain't like buying thousands of bottles of baby oil either?
I was gonna say, come on now.
Chill. We don't have no freaks off. Hey, I promise you, we don't have no freak offs that yours truly don't. Chill.
So this is like a couple months ago, and this girl came in. It was a Monday night. So she comes in, she gets her drink, and let's just say, like for me, she was attractively challenged. That's just how I say it.
Okay.
But I could tell like there was some pain behind her eyes, like something was going on,
Mhm.
and she was ambitious as fuck, dude. And I respected that because she'd see like the best looking dude at the bar. It was like, hey, what's he drinking? Buy him a drink or put his next drink on my tab, right? I was like, damn. I was like,
woman
okay.
is on a mission. She's on a mission.
She was on a mission, bro.
I
I had not seen a bargoyle of this caliber since the summer of 2020. Okay,
That's a crazy term. Hold on.
bargoyle, dude. y'all know who I'm talking about, dude. Like,
I know the statue of what you're talking
exactly.
about.
Like you're gonna be at work and then you're gonna look and be like, oh, that's what he's talking about. Like you're gonna see that person.
I've seen one this weekend.
Yeah. Hey. so this girl is like, the guy would come over, he would talk with her for a second, and then he would get up and leave. Like she'd grab his ding dong, he'd get up, he'd leave, and he's like, yeah. And then she'd cry and be like, I'm gonna fucking kill him. I'm gonna fucking kill him. And then she'd see another guy and repeat the cycle. This happened like 2 or 3 times throughout the night. And I was like, yo, sis, like, maybe you're just coming on a little too strong. Because she see the guy be like, hey, are you single? Do you find me attractive? Here's a drink, right? Like he didn't even answer
She
the
didn't have no
questions.
Riz.
No riz, dude.
No riz.
And
Just
I'm
a
like-
pocket full of money here, babe.
So eventually though, yeah. And eventually, I was like, yo, sis, like you gotta go. And it wasn't just like anything that she was like doing or saying, you know what I mean? Like no one was like really upset at it, there. It's like, that's just kind of weird. I was just mad that not one time did she ask me if I was single or if I thought she was attractive.
She said, "You're just my bartender. Who gives a fuck about
Dude,
you?"
I was upset. I would have said no, like regardless, but like sometimes it feels good to be asked.
He said,
I would have slipped that in when she was leaving. I would have like handed her tab and be like,
yeah, like, hey, you didn't ask me, but
It was
I'm pretty single, but you're still not my type. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for asking. Like, thanks for asking how my day is going.
Did she at least tip good?
No,
I
that
don't
was
think
a
so.
no.
Yeah,
that was I knew I
I
said.
don't remember. That's another thing. You ever had these? I had a guy in yesterday, and he was like, "Oh yeah, man. Like I go to this one place, and like my tab's like $20. I tip them $100, and I got like excited. I was like,
He said, "Oh
I
yeah."
know, that's when you know they're not gonna
They're
tip
not
you.
gonna do it.
He said, "Oh,"
man.
he's like, "Oh yeah, maybe it's hope."
I like the silent assassins, like the ones that are like, oh man, like what, like just very neutral. Then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
like, hey, here's a $50 tip, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
The
I think
one
it's
the one that's like very respectful. That's like they'll wait as long as possible. Like, hey, get to me when you can. Yada yada yada. They know you're getting your ass kicked or something.
Right.
And then next thing you know, you hand me a beer. Keep the change, bud. You sure? You sure? It's a 50
Well, I feel
ball.
like we get such different sides of the service industry. Me from as a female versus a male. I feel like you guys see a totally different realm than I see it.
I'm about to say
Oh,
for
yeah.
y'all are getting hounded by most of the time for females. I mean,
Yeah,
men
it
are,
is. Oh,
men are like fucking vultures. eating
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I'll tell you
fucking
the
dead rodents
craziest
on the
thing.
ground.
Yeah, no. The craziest thing was said to me this weekend, actually, me and Ashley
Ooh, I
at
like
Tiki.
this.
Oh my gosh, this guy.
Sit
He
back
was
in
at
my
the end of
chair.
the night. It was at the end of the night. We had already we got our ass, kicked throughout the day. And honestly, not really. Like it wasn't the highest volume we've ever seen, but it was just very consistent throughout the day. And you had all those Tennessee fans in town,
Yeah.
right? And they were
Go Foles.
Go Pokes. And so anyway, so it was like dead at the end of the night, right before we were about to do the last call. This guy comes back and brings a buddy with him this time. And the guy said this to us separately. And he was like, "Why do you look like that?" And like as a girl, you get that all the time. Why don't you smile more? Why do you look like that?
Mhm.
But it's always leading into a pickup line. You're like,
Yeah.
all right, here we go. Right. It's just routine. Honestly, I don't even flinch anymore. And Ashley was like, "Look like what?" He's like, "Look like I want to fill you up with a bunch of semen."
That's
Whoa.
I
fucking
promise you, this was said. I couldn't believe it.
Hey,
Was-
Chad, we got semen demons out there.
The semen demons, bro.
We
Was he-
got semen demons.
Was he
Chad.
drunk at this point?
That's
Like,
crazy.
he was drunk, but he was not. I mean, he was very coherent.
But he was coherent. Okay,
He was
okay.
so coherent. Like this was a casual Tuesday for him.
He's
Like
just a fucking thirsty ass semen.
I don't
demon.
know if this has worked for him in the past because he seemed very confident. Like he delivered this seamless. Like it was like just
He's like,
he
"Yeah,
was
this
so
worked
normal
before,
to
this
him.
worked before."
Oh my gosh, Katie went off on him. She was like, "Who the?
He
do
said,
you think?"
"Fuck 8 for 10 for the night." 8 for 10 for the night. I missed 80% of the shot. Okay, cool, we good.
Yeah, you miss every shot you don't take for sure. That's what he lived by.
Oh
Hey,
man, that's a wild thing to say.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't have any recent horror stories at all.
No.
I mean,
I think the
I-
crazy thing I've seen is yesterday just some Tennessee guy just recording videos of our bartenders' asses.
oh yeah, that's
Mm.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
mad
And I
weird.
caught him doing it. He just looked at me. He put his phone away, and I was like, "Bro, just stop doing that." I didn't want to tell the girl because she was already dealing with like hostile guys the entire night. So I was like, "I'm just not gonna bring it up." But it was so weird because the way he played it off, he was like down here, like trying to like tie his shoes, but he had his phone like pointing up. And I'm just like, I'm
What a-
walking, about to
what a
refill the
lame.
ice, and I see this, and I see the like the angle and the view on his camera, and it's just her ass. And I
You
just
didn't tell him to
looked at
delete the video?
No, he
Oh.
stopped recording
Oh, okay.
completely. Like he hasn't hit it yet.
He's
It
already
was just
gonna
like,
want to
yeah.
go home and be a semen.
Yeah.
demon. He's
I was
good.
like, what the
Semen
fuck?
demon is a
Semen
wild
demon is
term.
crazy.
That's crazy. That's a wild definition.
I mean, you brought it up.
Dude,
You-
that's
It was said to us. I mean, like, and that's not even just that's like a normal weekend. I
No.
feel like if you can walk out of the bar as a girl on a weekend without having some absurd thing said to you, like that's a win.
it's okay. It's terrible, but sometimes like guys will get the same type of shit from gay dudes.
Oh.
No, that is the thing.
That is,
dude.
yeah.
No,
I would
I've
say
seen
I
that,
would say
yeah.
I get that over
Yo,
it.
it is all
YT,
it's all
or more
fun
or
and
less.
games.
I'm like, hey, you bartender? Brother, no, not for you.
Man,
They're aggressive with it though.
No,
That's
yeah,
real.
they get mad
Yeah,
aggressive
yeah.
too. Like I had a gay buddy of mine. He like messaged me one night and he's like, "Hey man, I have a quick question for you." And I was like, "What's up, dude?" He's like, "When's the last time you got your dick sucked like real good by a
Oh,
white
shit.
girl?" And I was like, "Oh man, tell you the truth, it's been a minute." And he's like, I'm watching these girls like OnlyFans videos. He's like, I just feel like they don't know what they're doing. And I'm like, yeah, that's crazy, dude. Wild. And he's like, so anyway, like, if you ever just wanted your dick sucked real good,
Yep, it was
My
leading
man's
to
been
it.
and I was
trying-
like,
my man's-
here it
Slip
comes.
that
Here it comes. I was like, if you got one of your gay buddies that's like messaging you at about 11 o'clock at night,
in.
there it's gonna start off innocent, but then all of a sudden it's just like,
Once
so
11
anyway, it can
once
be our
11
little secret.
Once
I will
11:30
pay you.
hits, once 11:30 hits, whole different conversation.
Yeah.
He's
dude.
trying to get freaked off. for
Dude,
sure.
okay, so I have this open mic that I run on Thursdays now at White Rabbit. Come check it out. Sign-ups at 8:30. Shows at 9:30. All talents are welcome. But there was this guy there, and I shit you not, y'all. This is his real voice. He sounded just like Mickey Mouse. Oh golly gee, can I get a Red Bull vodka? Like that was how he talked.
Are you sure it wasn't a bit?
No, it was not a bit. If it was a bit, this motherfucker was committing. But that is exactly how he talked.
It was a bit this motherfucker was.
Dude, this is
committed.
exactly how he talked.
Like even
And-
to his friends and shit.
Dude, well, he didn't have any friends.
Damn.
But well, he
No,
was there by himself. But he was like talking to us afterwards. It was me and the owner. We're just hanging out. Like he's closing up, and he goes, "So anyway, I think you're really cute, really attractive." And I was like, here it goes. And we both were just like, see, we can't just have an honest conversation, like a good, friendly conversation without you eventually wanting to suck my dick. Like, fuck.
Oh no.
Hey, shout out to the community.
Next
though.
thing you know,
Yo, shout out to the
Disney
community, man.
Shout out
We
to the
love you.
community though.
It's just, yeah.
We fuck with y'all for sure.
Yeah.
Love.
Much love.
Love.
Oh man, crazy. Let's see what else we got going on here. What are annoying things that people are doing these days?
I'm tired of hearing demure. I hate hearing that. That right there is just
Yeah.
annoying. And I hear it casually because I work at a college bar in Pablo and Norman, and I hear it every fucking weekend, just randomly out of nowhere. And one of the girls was saying it as she was eating a burrito that we had, and I heard it as I was stalking. I was like, "You're eating that very poised, very demure," and I'm just like, "Why?
Like,
Why that?" And
you
what's
crop
another
duster?
Hmm?
You crop duster? Just like
No.
fart?
No.
There you go. That's been a big thing that I do
No.
lately. That's been a big thing that I do lately. If someone annoys me, dude, I'm just
You just
Talk it out, dude.
rip his ass.
He said, "Let me bare ass on you real quick."
bro. I'm still waiting to run into these neighbors in the elevator again, dude. Like, it's been months, dude, months, and I can have their faces in my mind. Like it's burnt in there. I cannot wait for this. One day, I was running late to something, and the elevator was shutting, and they just let it shut. They were watching me, and they just let the elevator
He
shut.
said, "Yeah, I'm
And I was
crop
like,
dusting the hell out of you."
"Ooh."
Yeah.
And so like I'm waiting for the day that I'm in that elevator again with them. I'm going to shit myself. Like no shame, dude. And I'm not even gonna break eye contact, dude. I'm just gonna let it out.
Oh shit!
You're gonna look at them the whole time.
He said,
Honestly, though, I kind of commend them for letting that elevator door shut because that's kind of like 50 Cent, like petty.
Oh man.
Like
he said, "Oh,
I'm a good
He
neighbor.
he didn't break eye contact once letting that door shut.
Yeah, he said. fuck you, bud."
Man,
He said,
Oh shit!
I was so upset, dude. Because like I feel like I'm a good neighbor. Like I see everyone, I'm like, "Hello, how's it going?" Like, "Hi." And I'm friends with all the staff here. Like I give them motivational talks in the morning when we're getting our coffee. Like I'm good at that shit. Just don't feel like I was respected that day. And,
"My guy JJ is still your therapist over here. So if you ever need therapy,
God,
come to this guy."
don't come to this guy, dude. I'm trying to figure out what's going
He's
on
gonna
in
crop
my
dust
life.
you.
Okay, and you feel like you're being disrespected at work, and how do you feel about that?
He said, "Hang on, let me get up real quick."
Let's let me just tell you what to do. Shit yourself.
That's it.
Just completely just go to work
Just shit yourself.
and just shit yourself, and then you get to go home early. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he said, "My name's JJ and I approve this message."
Shit yourself at work, guys. If you're having a rough time at work, nothing's going well for you in your life, someone's bugging you, shit yourself.
Get to go home immediately.
You get to go home immediately,
You heard
dude.
it here first.
What are they gonna do, bro? Oh my god! Speaking of fucking bodily
It's-
fluids, dude, I went to this convenience store down the street a couple weeks ago, and I see this girl is working. I was like, oh, it looks kind of cute, whatever.
Mhm.
Just to put my ding dong cupcake and my Arizona tea up there. I was like,
I thought
hey,
it was-
how's your day going? And she's like, bro, I pissed my pants.
I know.
She's like, can you smell that? I shit you not. She goes, I pissed my pants. Can you smell that? I am shooketh. And she's like, I was about to have to call my auntie and be like, hey girl, it's me.
Piss in your pants.
Can
Did
you
it again.
smell it?
Can you smell it? She's like,
So
I'm just,
could you smell it? Because
No.
no.
I was like
Good
all
job for you. You're drinking water.
I let my soul left my body, dude. Like I was like watching myself stare at this girl because I was so shook. Like I shipped my soul out of my body. I had an out of body experience, staring at myself, staring at her, wondering why the fuck she thought that was okay to say.
Nor ask somebody that question.
Just ask that. And honestly, all I wanted was my Arizona tea and my ding dong cupcake, bro.
Yeah. That's a great segment into what people are doing that's annoying is the lack thereof, I guess lack of self-awareness. I think that's a direct result of how embedded social media is in our lives now though. Because you think about it, right?
Yeah.
You had shows that propelled into into media that was like Keeping Up with the Kardashians, where they were essentially thrusted into the spotlight for showcasing every piece of their life, no matter how and I mean, I've been a victim of oversharing myself, but I would say that that's something annoying. Like people just are not self-aware of like, you just don't say those things.
No.
I would never say that to someone.
They would say it and then they're gonna blame it on autism. No, I'm sorry, like 90% of the world is autistic now.
That caught me off guard. Hold on.
Not what I thought he was gonna say.
No, they're like, oh, we're gonna say something wild and crazy. Sorry, autism. And I'm like,
Sorry, it's just
autism. Like, listen, like autism, it's obviously
it
a
is.
thing. A lot of people do have it. I might have it. I don't know, but like, I feel like people are just like doing weird shit just to be weird and blaming it on autism when they're not really autistic.
Especially the one that's self-diagnosed online. That shit is annoying.
They take the free test,
Mhm.
the 10 questionnaire.
Yep.
They said,
I won't lie to you
got
guys.
it.
I haven't. I have
You took the test.
I took the test.
You took the test.
And it wasn't 10 questions, it was 100.
Damn.
And you did
No,
it?
yeah, I did it.
Wow.
Yeah, so what was the
I don't
result?
want to disclose my results after that. It's my autism.
Mm.
She might slightly be autistic. It's okay. We still love her though.
You have representation in me. I would never say that to someone, so I digress.
You just tell the whole world.
I just don't know. I just feel like so many more people are coming out and just being like, I'm autistic, and I'm
No,
like,
yeah.
are you really?
It's an epidemic.
Yeah. But like, do you feel like everyone who's saying they're autistic is autistic though?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
No.
okay. Because I'm not like trying to knock on the community or anything.
I would
like
say
that.
probably about 60%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think there's like another 40% of people that are claiming to have
that claim to
autism.
have autism
that don't have
rather than
autism.
have it. Yeah.
You have a drinking problem.
Yeah, you're just an alcoholic. It's not autism.
You're an alcoholic, dude. You're
alcoholic.
autistic.
Get some help.
Yeah, like get help, dog.
Or you're just a fiend. It's okay. We'll talk about that later.
Or a semen demon, apparently.
A semen
I'm surprised
demon.
he didn't blame it on his autism.
See the semen demon,
The
bro.
semen
He
demon.
probably would blame it on autism.
He probably would.
He might actually be autistic.
He might actually.
I mean, you said he said it confident. So if he says
I mean,
that's a punchline for him. Like he's cool with saying it. He's a semen demon.
It probably could have worked on the girl that was at the bar. Are you single? Here's a drink.
Yeah,
He'd probably be like, "Why do you look like that?" And
Yeah,
then,
to
you know,
your
the rest
to your
is
bartender. That's
that's
Yeah,
so
that's
wild.
crazy.
That's such a wild pickup line.
bad.
Still, like that's
you could've
So
picked
I
up one of
should
the
X
homeless
that from
ladies.
I should X that from my pickup line list.
I would.
Yeah, you don't think?
That's a
Yeah.
weird thing.
I don't
Definitely.
know. Imagine hearing that from a girl, though. I think that would just be funny.
Yeah, well, I couldn't fill them up, so
I mean, you can fill them up
But
with
that's
something
the
else.
joke. That's the funny
Yeah.
part about it.
yeah. So keep it on the list or take
I would,
it
yeah,
off.
for a
Try it
female,
out.
for you,
Try
you
it
keep
out.
it. I'd
Try it
try
out.
it.
Yeah.
You
I
gotta
can
try
come
it.
back and let you guys know how it goes.
Give it a
Yeah,
give it
yeah.
a shot.
Give it
Let us
again, yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Like take two. Call us in the morning.
Yeah.
Or,
Mhm.
We
I
can
just
do it at the collective after this.
Yes,
Ooh.
please,
Oh,
please,
shit.
please. Like,
shit. Please document that. Please put
Oh,
that on.
I
the
recorded
Snapchat.
everything. I
It's
got
for
you.
research.
Research.
And then I can just let
Research.
them know it was my
Now,
autism
if
and it
it-
goes south.
Yeah, but if it works, where do you go from there?
Do you want to know?
I'm curious. Like, if a guy's like, "Oh, for real?" I'm like,
he
"What-
said, "You gonna fill me up?"
What are you gonna fill me up with?"
That's when you look at him and say, "The baby." Was.
She's like, I feel like that's a line that you definitely don't need to say at like a baby shower. But at the same time, like I feel like that might work. I feel like there's someone at a baby shower, like some girl at a baby shower that's now having like baby fever,
Yeah.
you know? And then you're like,
She look
Damn.
at you and like.
What
"Well,
I want to know
wow."
is if the baby oil sales have gone up since or have declined.
I think there was like a nice like point. They had like a good like record breaking month. But then Diddy got arrested.
Yeah. Do you think he was their main purchaser? Do you think he had a brand deal with
Think,
about to
baby
say,
oil?
think about for 30 years, you're having freak offs, and they found just 1,000 when they raided his house.
Yeah.
So you gotta think, it could have had well over
How many
30,
did he go
50,000.
through?
That's
He could have went over. Yeah. How many parties you think did he had a year? At least 4 or 5, maybe 6. Hell, probably even every other weekend.
Because
I was
sometimes
gonna
it would
say.
last for days.
Yeah. Well, he had
That's
that
a
plane.
lot.
He had that plane too, and they said that he would have parties on the plane.
Oh yeah, this guy's sick.
That's crazy.
That's like so much, man.
He was sponsored by Johnson & Johnson. He had to be.
You're gonna get a cease and desist letter on that one.
No, it's okay, guys. I have 83 fire subscribers on this YouTube page,
I don't.
and
condone
none of them
that.
are gonna narc on us. Okay?
Don't be a narc.
Yeah, don't be a narc. I didn't want to say J&J's. I mean, it's JJ.
He was sponsored by this guy. Official sponsor.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you've been served.
Yeah, great show. I love what you're doing.
Great show. I love what you're
It's-
doing, but I heard you're the supplier.
It's so wild, man. Like, and now they put him on like Suicide Watch.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so allegedly, I hear that that's like a routine thing during high profile because they have him in confinement because he is so high profile that they do it just basically out of
Spite for his own safety.
Mm.
yeah. But also, I think they'll Harvey Weinstein him. I don't think he'll kill himself.
Yeah.
I think if he turns up dead as
That's what's going to be.
unaliving, it'll
That's-
be someone else.
I just,
Yeah, go ahead.
no, I just wonder if it's gonna be like you were saying earlier. Like, are they gonna release like the Diddy list? Like they didn't do like the Epstein list.
They could release a portion, but also it's like, how do you know they even release all the lists if the
Mm-hmm.
list were to come out?
True.
What if they just release high profile people in Hollywood as the scapegoats and then real politicians that are on that list just don't get released?
Yeah, I feel that. Well, I mean, in a sense, like, he wants it to come alive because, I mean, hell, his life's on the fucking line. So,
Right.
if anything in his power, he's trying to push that list, but it's the A-tier status celebrities and politicians that can burn that underneath the rug with, you got the funds for it.
Right. It's it's so interesting. As you were saying, it's like there's this like shift going on right now, and I've seen those type of videos on TikTok as well, where it's like all these like high profile celebrities are now getting like taken out,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so wild that like Kendrick Lamar is one of the ones that just like
Really pushed it.
he's
yeah.
really pushing the shit. Because here's a wild thing in the Not Like Us music video, there's a dude in there who I think he's like Cuban or something like that, but he's a documentary filmmaker and he's making one on child sex trafficking in Hollywood.
Mm.
And so he like everything he was doing was like so subliminal.
Yeah.
Like there was
Just throwing
every
small hints.
oh
on, like,
man,
what's
it's
to
so
come.
funny. Yeah. And now it's all coming to fruition. We all have to thank Cat Williams for that one.
Definitely. Shout out to Kat.
Yeah.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Cat for that. Because everything that he said has come out so far is true.
Yeah, with Steve Harvey, the
Yeah.
Cedric Entertainer.
Mhm.
And remember when it came out, everyone was making fun of him, like he's a Looney Tune.
He's crazy.
He's
like he's off
crazy.
he's off
Yeah.
meds. Like he's
Yeah.
drunk as fuck. Like this
Right.
and that. Like no, this dude is
Yeah.
he's
Has
probably
anyone
he's
checked on him? What's he doing?
living his
Yeah.
life.
Oh,
Hasn't he been
he's-
touring?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah,
touring.
touring?
Yeah.
he's living his life. I mean, well, who do you have to hide from? He
Yeah.
ain't been hiding all these other years. Like
Yeah.
No, he just been
if-
out.
yeah, he's been out, and he like that's the thing. They try to cover him up by saying he is crazy. and
Yeah.
doing all these publicity stunts for extra money and shit. In reality, I mean, the dude has had a very solid career,
Yeah.
and he just speaks his truth.
It's kind of like you guys ever watch like Jaguar Wright videos? Have you guys ever seen her?
Yeah, I keep up with her.
Like
TikToks.
like she's fucking the one that's saying all these motherfuckers
Yeah.
are going
Is
down.
that
And
the-
so
is that the-
far,
is that the black lady?
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
far,
the
like,
one-
every-
yeah.
everything that she's been saying, I'm like, it's like kind of coming true. And one thing that she did say was Orlando Brown.
Yeah.
Is he's not
Mhm.
actually crazy, but he's acting like he's crazy to like protect himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That makes me think, like,
Yeah.
is Kanye really that crazy?
I don't think
Now
so.
that is something to ponder about.
Or could he just be a genius and just playing the role, just playing the part?
Sometimes you just gotta play dumb.
Yeah, I mean, it could protect you, honestly, especially if it becomes more than a bit, if it's your life on the line. And if enough people believe you're crazy, they're not going to believe anything you say. So you can essentially say anything at that point, right?
Mhm.
Then you can speak your truth, and
And
mean,
everyone thinks you're crazy.
but when it comes back to life,
He has always been one step ahead of the game. I mean, he had such a cultural like hand in what we wear. All fashion today was
all fashion
inspired.
today is inspired by
Music,
Kanye
yeah,
Yeah.
Crocs.
yeah.
every day.
Through the
Like,
Wire is still, I think, one of the best productions ever
Oh.
in history of ever.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
all
Tier.
music.
top tier,
Top tier.
top 5, like of all time for me, for sure.
Yeah, top 2, and it's not 2.
Dude, and everything he's doing, he's doing like CD release shows in like China and
Mhm.
stuff like that.
Like he's doing China, Madrid, like he's going all these weird ass places. Like he doesn't even fuck with the States like that no more. I don't think.
Dude, there's a lot of celebrities that have just like dipped out. Most Def, or now I think his name is Yasin Bey from Black Star.
Mhm.
Yeah, he like lives in Europe
Yeah.
or like Paris or something like that. He's like, I'm not living in the States anymore, man. Like y'all wild.
Yeah, that is such a privilege, though. I do want to actually let's build on that, because people say a lot that the Western world is falling. Right, we're seeing the fall of the United States in government and and anything else. But it's such a privilege to be able to, I think, go to another country and essentially just be like, oh, my country's falling apart. See ya. But also, it's crazy that we're able to openly talk about issues like that, because you couldn't do that in other countries either.
No,
Oh, yeah,
100%.
You could, you'll get off.
Not a fucking
Yeah.
chance in hell.
Well, here's the thing: is I don't really feel like the United States is a country. It's more of a business.
100%.
Oh yeah.
It's a
for
corporation.
sure.
It's a corporation.
It
That's why
is.
like everyone's like, oh, America's gonna fall. It's like, no, we're not. Like,
Yeah, it's too much of a
it's not a
business.
country anymore. It's been a business for a very long time. Like everything that they're doing, like they like the selling of the weapons to other countries. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we're giving like Ukraine like $60 billion or whatever, but all they're doing is using that money to buy weapons back from us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
At what
that's how they're
point do you
doing
think it shifted? Do you think it's always been that way, or do you think it shifted at some point?
it shifted at some point. I just can't pinpoint like when that was.
Yeah.
I would like to say when it shifted when Cardi B became a thing.
Wait. What?
Folks, we lost America when Cardi B became famous, bro.
Is this a bad time to tell you I'm a Cardi B fan?
No, it's
This is
not.
a bad
Hey,
time.
to each their own. You know what I mean?
Just leave whatever you got to say on the
Let me
table.
put it in.
Just leave it
We'll
on the
leave that
table.
with the Jedi.
Yeah, we'll leave that right there. Come back to that
Tell
one.
me
with you.
more. I want to know.
She just annoys me.
Oh no, I mean, like, I'm not saying she's not annoying.
Yeah, no, it's here's the thing that sucks. I guess maybe you could say like Cardi B and like Sexy Red are the same thing, dude.
No, oh my god, I hate Sexy Red.
No, Sexy Red is trying.
Yeah.
Dude, she's like
Ah.
canceling all like most of her tour because no one
I'm a
is.
fan.
No one's buying
I'm
tickets.
a-
You're a Sexy Red fan.
I'm a fan.
Put that on the fucking table right now. You
Put
can just,
it on the
you can
table,
just
bro.
leave that one right there.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
We'll visit that offline.
Yeah,
That's
it's
nuts.
I don't know, man. Like I've never really like listened to any of her shit other than like the snippets on like TikTok and stuff like that, right? But like someone, it was so funny to me because I know she's like a single mom that's always out at the club every weekend, and she had like
She was
posted like a photo of her like before she's going out with a Sexy Red song going on, and like the lyrics were like, "I dropped my mom or my kids off with my mom, yo, where we at? Like, where's the party and all this shit?"
That's your girl?
And I'm like,
essentially, yeah.
Jeez.
like.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, man, I was listening to that and I was like, wow, I mean, that's your demographic. Everyone has their own demographic, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna reach their demographic. Sexy Red is just like, I think there was that meme that said,
I-
that's the demographic right over here.
Hey,
single
look,
moms
Look, I don't.
and guys who love the snacks.
I don't know.
Hey, brother. Before we get any deeper into this.
No, what was the meme? What was the meme about Sexy Red? Like she was like canceling her tour because like her demographic was like all single moms who just live off their baby daddy's child support.
And then Dwayne.
And then Dwayne.
And then Dwayne just
I haven't been
She's
to
in
a
the
concert yet,
ground.
but shit,
Well, a lot of
Get
people
it-
haven't been
get
going to
it
their concert.
sexy. Yeah, I'd be out there going crazy.
It's a good.
Look,
like, it's a
I'm
catchy-
not. I don't approve of her message behind her songs. I just like the turn up of it. It's the ratchetness for me.
I feel.
Okay.
I feel.
no, I felt that.
You could have just
Okay.
said that.
Okay.
color, you know. I gotta
Just because you're black doesn't mean you're ratchet. That does not coincide to me.
to me now. I mean, all
To
black,
me.
all blacks have that ratchet. You know? It's
Gotcha.
embedded. It's
Okay.
You,
I mean, besides
You
the,
know what? That's
besides the
fair.
tokens, can't speak for them.
Mm.
You know what a token is?
No, should I know what a token is?
I can say it. It's a black person that was raised by white people.
Ah.
So like Candace Owens.
Fuck, dude.
Incense, yeah.
You were quick with that. You were quick with it. Yeah, like Candace. So is she a token?
She was raised by she's adopted, right?
I don't know. I have her blocked on everything because I can't stand her.
Damn. Okay.
Basically, a black person that's whitewashed. to
Okay.
the fullest. It's a
Damn.
token.
Do I have any celebrities blocked? I don't think so.
Do you have any celebrities blocked? Let's talk about that. Do you guys block celebrities?
Why would I?
I think I blocked YouTubers more than celebrities. They don't really
I've
considered.
I've unsubscribed from YouTubers. I've never
I've
blocked
blocked a couple.
a celebrity. There's
When
no-
you
And
block them,
TikTokers
though,
too.
yeah, it hurts them more when you block them because they can't monetize over your interactions
Yeah,
with them. I mean, social
block
media is a
them.
business. So if you block them, then they're not being shown up on your feed, so they're losing out on the interaction.
No, have you had
or
a
the
thing?
potential? Of
Have
the
you had a
interaction.
thing where you block them and then they still come out like that you refollow them when you didn't follow them?
No.
I don't know if that's me, but
I think
I've
that-
seen it.
I think that's just human.
No.
I think that's a user error.
I don't know because I blocked certain accounts and it shows that I'm following them again and I don't.
I hope she believes you. Whatever girl you told. Baby, I
Okay.
swear I unfollowed her. I don't
Okay.
know what happened.
Alrighty then, maybe it's just me. But
I
no.
believe you.
Any celebrities?
That I blocked? No. I actually had like a weird experience where not a weird experience, like a cool thing happened where like one of this like pretty decently big comedian friended me on Facebook and I was like, oh word. And I don't know if this is actually his account, but it may or may not be. No, I've never blocked anyone. No, not once.
I'm just
dude,
like, this is my phone. You're not about to stress me out on my
dude,
phone.
I almost have like 5,000 friends on Facebook. I don't know thousands of them. I've never met these people, don't care. But I just like to, see
You
other
said-
people's lives fall apart. It makes me feel better about
Yeah.
mine sometimes, Like, don't you hate it when you got someone who's just their life is a sitcom and it's always they're putting all their shit out on blast and you're like, wow, this is crazy, and you're like following along with it and you're
Those
like,
are the
"Damn, this is
ones
crazy."
I
But then
hate,
they
man. But like it gets like when you get into the thread, bro,
Mhm.
it gets juicier.
No, it
Oh my
doesn't.
god, it's like a new
Plot
episode.
thickens.
Juicier. But I'm like, damn, you really don't give a fuck about your life, do you?
And it is
You
the
should let
worst.
the whole public know.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
In there.
And especially when they start posting the pictures and the videos. Oh, it
You
gets
put that
crazy.
Put
The
that on the page.
screenshots.
The screenshots
The
is crazy.
screenshots, bro. But it's so sad and it breaks my heart when they announce like I will be taking a break from social media. I'm like, fuck!
No.
It's like my favorite show just got fucking canceled,
It's like
dude.
I gotta wait.
Ugh.
I gotta wait fucking 6 months for the next episode
But
for the
they
next
never
season.
last 6 months. They're back on 48 hours later.
Yeah,
They're like,
at
I'm
least.
back.
No,
We're
because
gonna
you'll
be-
have some people that will go for like 2 months ban. It's like, oh,
I
like,
haven't seen that.
I'm trying to join. Like, I guess
Not the
that
people I follow.
must be a Southern thing.
Must be.
Like from people from like my hometown and stuff
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
They do that
Okay,
all the
okay.
time. Like they'll be like, oh, I'm taking a break from social media, and it's like for 2 months, and then they're back. And I see them like that first time back, whiling. I'm like,
What's-
yo,
Okay, so you say Southern. Where? Southern where?
like Southern, like Central Southern, Pauls Valley.
Oh,
area.
okay.
Like Pauls Valley, Davis, Winterwood,
Uh-huh.
Ardmore, all those folks.
Okay, well then, hot take. People, do you say Oklahoma's the South or the Midwest?
Oklahoma, Midwest to me.
JJ?
Dude, I just say middle. I just say mid.
So Midwest.
He
I just
said,
say middle. There. Like that's like roll the globe. Let's spin it for a second.
he said,
Right
where
there.
He said, where do you stay?
In the middle.
Right in the middle.
Right there.
He said, now if you come down a little bit, I'm actually right here in this location.
But from space, right there. Yeah, I don't know. What do y'all think?
No, I can see it. Middle. I say
Middle.
middle as well.
I say Midwest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I say South, but we're not the deep South, and there's a difference.
No,
We're
I
a
understand
Midwest South cusp.
That's the problem with being in Oklahoma. We don't know what the fuck we are.
We don't know what the fuck we're doing, but you
It's
know
our
what?
education.
We're having a good time. We're having a good time. Some of us are. I don't know. I'm
Our-
having a good day.
Yeah,
Our
new
school-
bar every month.
Right.
Every
New
month.
bar, a big giant tower about to be built. Hopefully,
You think it's gonna happen?
I don't think it's gonna be as like tall as they're saying it's.
I don't
gonna
think
be.
so either.
But I do. Me personally, I'm ready for this shit to be built because in that little like thing that's gonna be like surrounding it, there's going to be a grocery store, and for someone who lives downtown, that's
That's
fucking.
Yes.
Oh my god,
That's a
dude.
game changer because we have Homeland, which is $1,000.
Mhm.
You go in there to buy an avocado, some turkey, and some cheese, and you're spending $50.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Homeland. Actually, is
Shut
from what I
the-
was told.
Oh,
Damn.
dude, they're everywhere.
Put it on the table.
Take that one back. Jesus.
Yeah, no, but I'm excited. Like I'm excited to see the growth of OKC. Like I feel like it's continuing to grow. It's getting better. I think a lot of people are like nervous about this next phase, this next chapter of growth that the city is going to have, especially with the. I don't know what people are going to do when the Thunder's championship parade happens this year. I might stab a homeless person allegedly in the leg, but like.
Well,
Allegedly.
I mean, I'm gonna act out, dude. I'm gonna act out. The FBI is gonna watch this shit, and like when the Thunder wins championship, they're gonna have eyes on me the entire
that's-
time.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna go crazy in the streets, bro. I'm gonna shit myself in the elevator. I'm going to fucking do
Crop dust the whole parade.
the whole parade. I'm doing cartwheels.
He said, I'm wearing white pants that day. You're seeing nothing but brown. He said, these are shitty draws this day.
It's going down.
He said, "Go Browns." I'm
I'm
not
doing-
talking about Chicago.
That was coming.
Yeah, I'm doing cartwheels in the street. There's gonna be like
A slip and slide the street.
a slip inside. We are hijacking all the baby oils from Diddy's house.
This is all alleged.
Allegedly gonna fucking happen, bro. The Thunder's winning the championship.
Yeah.
The Thunder,
Oh, yeah,
the
boy.
Thunder's winning the championship this year, and
We're all gonna act out.
we're acting out on the fucking streets. It's gonna. I almost fucking threw this cup. I got so fucking excited. I almost threw this cup.
Instead of freak offs, we're having a freak neek 1994, but in 2020.
The cookout that I'm invited to.
Not so
Fuck shit up.
fast.
But speaking of cookouts, for our 2025 expectations, we are.
Inviting JJ to one. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, we're just so tight that I'll just finish your sentences for you. Hey, Dewan, you heard it first.
That's where he's gonna be present.
You've been blessed.
All right. Yeah. So 2025.
Our
Yeah, let's talk about this
2025
winter collection.
The winter collection is actually coming up in. We said November 1st.
Yeah.
Mm,
November 1st?
I don't want to put. Yeah, it'll be winter seasoned.
okay.
Our expected timeline is hopefully November 1st.
Okay.
About to say.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we're working pretty hard. We'll also have a new website coming up.
Mhm.
So keep an eye out for that. I'm hoping we'll get that up by the end of October,
Nice.
launching the latest by November 1st.
Right on.
Yeah, back into our 2025 expectations. Since you were speaking about cookouts, we are trying to make, I guess, create a new scene for the city. That we have local brands out here. We want to make pop-up mixers for going into next year. Basically, just doing a big ass party mixer. Have local brands come out and show their stuff that they have. Limited to where it's only about 60 people.
Mm-hmm.
Just come out and party, have a good time, introduce each other, network.
Crop dust.
Type.
Crop dust.
I do not approve of that. I do not approve of no crop dusting. Please do not come crop dust this party. But yeah, we want to get into that next year. We want to try to have 4. We just want to make it every quarter of the year, every quarter of the month. I mean, every quarter of the year. My fault. Every quarter of the year, we want to have at least one. Try to just get back to the city the best way we can. You guys want to add on to that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead.
No, you go.
No, you got the floor. You got the
Okay,
floor.
but no, but everything is gonna be on us. Like everything, we're paying for the food, the liquor, everything. All we ask is just for you guys to show out, support and network, and it's gonna be great. Honestly, I feel like it's something like that needs to be brought into the city, and I just want to see what people come out with.
Mhm.
Like I want to see that, and I love the fact that he brought this up because we're always like in tune with like a lot of like I don't know if you guys watch like lounge sessions or like these EDM spots and the boiler room type like that.
Mhm.
We want to bring that into this, but are we still gonna go the Airbnb route, or are we gonna right? Dwayne?
Oh yeah, all these will be exclusively in like different Airbnbs. Each one will be in a different Airbnb, just based off the idea that we're trying to bring to you guys, because each one is going to have a different theme, I guess. Not necessarily a different theme, but different layout. I like everything to be planned out in a different way. But yeah, I want everybody to come out and have fun. Just us showing support back to the city in any way possible. Just because I feel like a lot of clothing brands out here are just not doing that.
Mhm.
And we just want to try to separate ourselves from that, just to be a little bit different.
Yeah. Well, and it builds on top of also how quickly Oklahoma City is expanding. I think we've all had the privilege of growing alongside a booming city, and it's a unique experience that I don't think a lot of young individuals, young professionals have had the privilege of doing in such a large city like Chicago or New York. Because our real estate here is booming. The city has we're growing at seriously the most rapid rate. We had the highest rent spike in the nation last year at 30%. And we're losing, I had so many friends in real estate losing deals to out of state investors left and right. So I think we're kind of in a sweet spot to reconnect within the community, because that is what's important. And I think that's something that we've lost a lot in more Western culture,
Mhm.
is how important community is. And we're also well connected, and Oklahoma City is so small. There's everyone knows someone.
We all know each other in a sense, and it's not necessarily by the next person. It's just by name, word of mouth. Like we all work in the bar industry, so we're all kind of well known in that aspect. So it's just like
Yeah.
We celebs, dog.
Yeah. Just locals.
Yeah.
Local celebs. Yeah, no, but with that, that's expansion, because it opens, I think there's all different types of art, comedies and art, visuals and art, fashions and art, music, and so on. And so I think it's really important to make sure that we support each other, because there's so much competition of, oh, well, I have this brand, but I don't want to put you in the spotlight because I want to keep it to myself. I think that's one of the worst things that you can do, because that doesn't bring you true success.
Mm-hmm.
And I think lifting others up and making sure that we're staying in tune with collaborating with other local artists to make sure that, everyone, there's enough room for everyone.
I'm about to say, everybody can eat. There's so much.
100%.
Someone, I knew a guy in New York who said this once, and it really resonated with me. There's too much space in the sky for us not all to be stars.
Oh,
That's a good one.
I love that.
That's great. And that's what we do here at the Keeping It Wood podcast, bro. The most consistently inconsistent podcast I've been. Sly was like, when's the next episode coming out? I don't know. But here it is. Thank you guys. Dwayne, Berto, Mercedes coming in. SadDudeClothing.com, the new website coming out at the end of October. Scope them out. Show some love. JJWoodComedy.com, at JJWoodComedy on all your social media platforms, except for Snapchat. That's for my whole shit.
Check out my OnlyFans link. It's in my bio.
Hey, all right.